Any auditor who has stepped outside their own linguistic comfort zone knows this moment. The audit interview flows smoothly, every point seems agreed, and not a single challenge appears on the surface, until the findings unravel the moment they're reviewed by another site or region. This is the quiet, persistent threat that sits behind countless audit inconsistencies, assumed understanding. It's invisible during the interview. It only shows its teeth when the evidence is tested, transferred, translated, or used to justify corrective action across borders. And yet it remains one of the least discussed vulnerabilities in global auditing. Why multilingual audits create this risk? 3 communication dynamics repeatedly distort evidence in international environments. 1. Agreement not equal to confirmation. In many cultures, a polite or respectful yes doesn't mean I verify this is true. It means I acknowledge you, I understand your question, or simply I am listening. Auditors often mistake this for verified evidence. 2. Translation filters intent. Even skilled interpreters adjust tone, soften disagreement, or skip microdetails to keep conversations harmonious and efficient. Those tiny omissions compound into major gaps in the evidence trail. 3. Fluent English masks misunderstanding. A confident English speaker can still misunderstand terminology, timelines, or compliance intent. Fluency isn't proof of comprehension, but auditors frequently assume it is. None of this stems from poor practice. It's structural, predictable, widespread. And in multilingual operations, it can destabilize even the strongest audit process. The impact: weak evidence, disputed findings, and cross-border rework. When understanding is assumed rather than confirmed, NCRs get challenged. Cars are raised on shaky foundations. Evidence collapses during handover. Closing meetings shift from clarity to contradiction. And months later, internal disputes surface about what was actually said. At that point, the issue isn't process nonconformity, it's communication nonconformity. Why standard audit guidance falls short. ISO, IATF, AS, internal controls frameworks, all rely on shared linguistic context. They assume interviewer and interviewee operate on the same meaning baseline. But in international audits, this assumption simply doesn't hold. Most organizations have strong process controls. Very few have communication controls. Yet the reliability of the audit is determined by the weaker of the two. What auditors can do immediately. Multilingual auditing isn't just auditing with translation. It's a specialized environment that requires its own controls, including structured confirmation loops, explicit clarification sequences, repeat back evidence verification, cross-cultural disagreement techniques, documented communication checks. When these controls are applied, auditors consistently report fewer contradictions, more defensible findings, and stronger cross-site agreement. Why this matters now? Global teams are growing more multilingual, not less. Processes are becoming more interconnected. And audits increasingly involve stakeholders separated by distance, language, and culture. If our communication controls don't evolve at the same pace, we'll continue losing findings not because the system is weak, but because our understanding of the system was incomplete. Hidden risk number 1 is the starting point. It's the one every auditor encounters, usually without realizing it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.